So you guys ready? Are you excited? I love seeing your guys' paintings. Okay, so my name's Pixie. See this? My name right there, Pixie. And you're welcome to ask a question. Probably one of the helpers will answer your question, but if it's something for me, I will help you because sometimes I am not as clear as I wish I was. So you feel free to ask a question. And I'm going to go slow, but not too slow, because waiting for other people is annoying and boring. So I'll try to keep the pace so we're going to the next thing all the time, and you're catching up, okay? So we're going to paint this monarch butterfly, and it's not the exact design of a monarch butterfly. Question?
Alejandro, you should have a kit for this. It's gonna be all this in a bag. Take it out and set it up.
Which bag?
Did you get a big white bag?
I don't have a big white bag.
With cardboard in it?
Oh wait, yeah, a big white bag.
Oh, that's awesome. What are we doing? That was totally me in school.
Since 2 o'clock.
I think you remembered.
What? We have a test today? But okay. So we're going to paint the monarch butterfly, but we're not doing the monarch butterfly as you would see in real life because they have teeny tiny black veins and we would never get our paintbrush that small. So instead we're doing big veins. Okay, so don't try to do the little veins. You'll never get your paintbrush that small and it'll just make a big mess. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and then this is what you guys have, right? So it's just an outline. And we're gonna add all these colors. So the first thing we're gonna do is find our turquoise paint. And she's a little bit see-through, so we could put 2 coats on it, right? So when you take the lid off, just hold on to the cup and make sure you don't tip, it doesn't fly out of your hand. Done it. And there. And we're gonna use our biggest paintbrush. Find turquoise. This is just house paint because I wanted this color and I was like, I'll just make the paint. Okay, so we're gonna paint the background first, right? And what if you get a little bit of this turquoise on the butterfly? At the end, we go over the turquoise because the butterfly's in front with black, and black can cover up turquoise. So don't worry. Okay, so you're like, oh no, it's not perfect. We'll make it perfect when we do black. Okay, so to get the turquoise, bigger paintbrush, this little paintbrush is just really for these little veins. That's her only job. See, it's the exact size as the little vein. That's it. So that's what she's for. So big paintbrush, I'm just gonna stab my turquoise paint like I'm mad. Oh, I love paint, right? But I don't care. So when you paint with a paintbrush, you do not scribble when you're outlining. So when you're outlining, you literally go like this with your paintbrush. Your paintbrush just touches the canvas and it goes boop, and it gets all big, and then I push my paint, right? But I only stare at that one hair at the top or on the side. I just let this, I touch the paint and it goes boop. And then one hair and I push my paint. I don't scribble. You want to see me do it? And then you prove it's true. Okay? So I'm going to go, I'm in the background only. I just want to make a nice outline to protect my butterfly. But I'm going to go on the outside and I go smash. Oh, now I smashed it. It's really big. And I'm going to sneak up. Oh, I touched the line. Now I'm going to push. And then it doesn't last very long, and all of a sudden it gets see-through and dry. Should I wiggle and try to get more paint out? Nope. I just get more paint from my cup. Boop. And then I just go, I land and smash and then sneak up again. Who wants to see that up close? I could do that up close. Watch. So I go smash, and then my paintbrush opens all big, but I'm only staring at one hair is doing all the work. One hair, push, and then it turns dry really fast, like 4 inches. And then should we wiggle and try to get more paint out of it? No, just get more paint. Who wants to try and see if it's true? Now you do it. And then you have to prove it's true, right? Because you're brand new in the universe, so you don't know if what I'm saying is true. So you wonder, you're curious, you try it yourself, and then you go, oh, okay. But then after you do it yourself, then you trust me and understand. You can't know before. That's strange. And do we do it all little and small like this? Tiny and little? No, we're doing a nice thick smash because it's making a big whole paintbrush protection around my butterfly. So now I can keep going and I get more paint. Stop! And I go underneath the line, smash, and sneak up to the line, push the paint, ran out, get more paint, poke. You know where I'm gonna slow down? Everybody pause and look up real quick. Watch this. I gotta get in this little tiny parts right here by her thorax. If I smash my paintbrush, I won't fit. How about if I don't smash my paintbrush into be really tiny, oh, if you don't push hard, the paintbrush is small and I can fit there. And then I can go back to outlining. Look at that drip. And are you doing it super soft and delicate? No. You get paint, stop! And then I smash in the background, right? Because the whole thing's going to be turquoise. And then I sneak up to the butterfly line. And then I push right out. Ooh, let me push it up into the corner. Soft, tiny paintbrush. Up, push. Ooh, and just using the tip of the paintbrush. Ooh, only when you push hard is it big. If you get a drip, just smash it like this. Oh, calm down, drip. Go. Like that, and she'll just flatten. Keep going. You want to go all the way around? Who thinks that's easier than you thought it would be? You were watching me outline going, there's no way I could do it. And then you do it, and you're like, that totally makes sense. And how come I can do it? Because you can handwrite. So I get my turquoise step. Now I can go. I'm going to go from top to bottom. I actually find this easier. Let gravity pull my hand down, then push up against gravity. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do this side. Smash. Ran out. More paint. More paint. Poke. Pokey poke. Did I beat you? I beat you. I almost finished and you didn't. Who thought you did a good job there? You're outlining smooth and you just push your paint. Do we scribble? No, that's for filling in the space around it like that, but not for our outline. We're protecting our butterfly with this nice big outline. How about the top part? I like these because it's like falling down a roller coaster. Whee! Like that. So I'm going to get my turquoise step. Go above the line. Whee! What if one of my drips ends up on my butterfly? I will be so mad. But if it starts to drip, I just wipe it with my finger to flatten that drip. Like that. Because aren't I going to paint the black parts black? So I'm not scared. And we're using the biggest paintbrush, huh? How come we're using the great big paintbrush? Because it's nice and big, and when we smash, it opens really big. The little paintbrush, we would have to do it for a long time. Now I'm going to do the other side. Step. I'm going to go. I touch the line, and I fall down, and I go, wee. Ran out. More paint. Oop, I got some on my butterfly. Let's fix it later with black. I can't do the black now because it will just make gray. I have to let the turquoise dry. And push into your paint. No scribble, scribble. That's for the background. See how it's not like a pen or a crayon or something? Every time you run out of paint, you have to go get more. But very quickly you get used to it. You just pause and get more, whatever. Do you have a nice outline all the way around your butterfly? With a big paintbrush, and it's nice and wide, because that's a whole inch of protection. Remember, the most boring time is waiting for other people to catch up with you. But you know what? It depends on the subject. There's two kinds of people. People who finish first and get done early, and they get so bored and mad that they start talking and getting in trouble. And then there are people who can't seem to go fast enough, and they stress out and they get really upset and they end up getting in trouble, right? Both of those people are normal, and it depends on the subject. I'm super slow at math, super fast and confident in art, but you could watch me cry and I'm in math. Remember those time tests? They make me so mad. Okay, now that we have a good outline, who's ready to do the rest of it? Yeah? So now when I get my paint, and I'm just gonna fall off the edge of the painting like this, whoop, and I fell off, and I just go side to side, and I'm actually pushing my paint like this, like that, and I push and shove my paint around, like that, and then as soon as it sounds dry, it is dry. You can hear it scratch, so I'm going, and all of a sudden I run out of paint and I can hear it, and it's gonna be too thin when it's scratchy, and it will show through white. And the background, the paint will show through. When you're painting a wall, those are called holidays. But since acrylic paint is plastic, when it dries, it actually shrinks. So when you try to paint a wall in your house, and all of a sudden you see all those white holes in the divots, it's because it ripped. You did paint it. It was just thin right there and it ripped. So always count on 2 coats when you're using acrylic paint. And then I would like to paint more. So what do? Hey, how come this is so easy? I'm not hurting my butterfly at all. Because as soon as I get close to butterfly, I hit the outline. So it's safe. And I'm not using big wiggles like this. That would totally, I can't control it. I'm going side to side, push and shove my paint around. Definitely smells like house paint. Ooh, and then I want to show you this. You can pick up your painting a little bit when you get to the bottom. You know, pick it up to make sure you actually got it painted on the bottom. Look at it's all white right there because the easel is in the way. So I just pick it up a little and make sure it's there. Make sure it's painted all the way to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to keep going. Are you going? You don't have to wait for me. If you trust yourself, you just keep going. What are teachers for? Learning. Once you've got it, you just keep going, right? It's for understanding. And then you see do I have enough understanding to do it by myself? That's called mastery. No helpsies. I'm using small wiggles. Don't want to hurt my butterfly. Push and shove and push and shove. Ooh, see, it happened to me. Didn't I tell you it was going to happen? Look, I got a drip on my butterfly. Should I be mad? No, I'm going to wipe it off with my finger. I know I'm going to paint over that, so I'm not even scared. Just wipe it on napkin. Ew. Because paint likes to fly around. You have to be slow and calm or you'll flick the wall. And then up here. Oh, look at this big space between the wings. But let me show you. Let me get close to the microphone. You hear that? That's too dry. There's no paint. So if you hear it dry, the paint's too thin and the white's gonna show through. So it should be slippery and smooth. So I get more paint and smooth. And it doesn't make any sound because it's slippery. And then I get a little bit more paint. No dry sound. Like that. Wiggly, wiggly.
You're behind by a lot.
Show me where you're at. Show me your painting. Show me.
I kind of just started because I couldn't find the paintbrush.
Oh, look at that's perfect. You're doing it perfectly. Well, you just keep painting. Remember how we outline? We get our paint and we land and push. Make a good outline, and then the rest is all scribbles. You'll catch up.
Okay.
Scribbles is easy. Everyone can do scribbles, but a nice, careful outline is safe. A careful outline, then scribbly, scribbly, scribbly. Just worry about your outline. We can always go back and fill in the background. If we get too far behind, no big deal. And then go all the way up to the tippy top and the sides. Because we usually put it on too thin around the edges. I don't know why. And then when it dries, you're like, what's all this white? Or what the? So always go back and check. Ooh, there's a thin spot. I'm going to get it. Where else? Ooh. Get it. So when we started, you were staring at this butterfly and you were nervous and excited and you thought, there's no way, I can't, I'm gonna mess it up. And you had these little nervous bubbles. But now that you've been painting, your brain relaxes and gets calm because now you have experience and your brain says, oh, this isn't that hard, right? And then you trust yourself and those thoughts disappear because thoughts make emotions, right? So then you went, oh, I'm not thinking those thoughts anymore, so I'm not feeling that way anymore. So like, oh, my brain calmed down. As soon as I had a little bit of success, I wasn't upset anymore, and it went away just like a bubble float away in the soda. Goes away.
And then
Ooh, let me see. Just be careful when you pick it up. It gets on your hand. I saw it. Nice. Good job. Look at it. That's perfection. Isn't that a good job? Is it a good turquoise color? Nice job. And you'll notice where around your butterfly, the very first outline we did, isn't it darker than the rest of the background? When paint dries, it dries darker. So when I went to Home Depot, I ordered the paint, and they opened the lid and it's white paint. And you're like, what? Well, that white turns clear like Elmer's glue. It's just what spreads the color evenly, the plastic evenly on the wall, right? So you're like, well, what? It's like, well, it dries darker because the gel turns clear like Elmer's glue. So paint always darkens. Because until you get used to that, you start everything, you keep adding too much white or thinking, I need to make this lighter, and then it dries and it's darker and you're like, what? And it takes a long time to figure that out. Paint. But we've only had acrylic paint for like 40 years, so we don't know how long these colors are gonna last. So when you leave plastic toys outside in the sun and it fades? So these are plastic paints, like acrylic nails, right? So if you're a fancy artist, you still use oil paint because we know it lasts for hundreds of years. Does that make sense? So we're like, oh, you learn and you play with the acrylic, but once you get good and you want it to go in a museum, you usually switch so that it will, if someone's going to invest all that money, you want them, their painting to last a while. And we don't know how long these colors last. And they actually have UV protective glass that most people put their acrylic paintings behind so the colors can't fade. If it's fancy and worth the money.
It's finished. I just need the bottom.
Yeah, you could lift up your painting like this. Lift it up a little so you can make sure it's, yeah, painted it. Oh, look at, see? You guys made me check. And sure enough, I don't have a white spot right there where I didn't lift it up. What? There. Oh, I see some people painting their sides. If you do that, do it really, really fast. Because some people aren't, and remember that waiting thing is annoying. So they do this, if you're doing the sides fast, don't care, fast, like that. So people don't have to wait on you. Myra, that's not my paintbrush. Did you do not have paintbrushes in your kit?
Oh yeah, I ended up finding a random paintbrush. So this is a little
Really?
bit
Your kit was missing the paintbrushes? I'm so careful. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
It wasn't in your kit?
No, I did, but I just had an extra one laying around. This one looks a little bit thicker, so I was like, I'll just use this one.
I worry about making sure because that would be a nightmare not having all your tools.
No, yeah, I had two of them. Thank you.
I finished.
Yay! Good job. It looks beautiful. So was it easier than you expected? Yeah. At first we're like, no, I cannot. And then like, oh, I get it. Sure. No big deal. So I'm going to ask the ladies in the audience, does anyone have fingernails on? Anyone? Because we can blend our paint colors together with our finger. But if you have fingernails that get in the way, I'm just asking, because then you will want to, if you can't use your finger to blend, you'll want to wash your paintbrush and use this paintbrush. But the rest of us are going to use our little finger because it works really, really good. It's like a no paint paintbrush. I don't have fingernails. Heck no. I like to do gardening outside and paint and stuff. Nails are silly for me. Oops. Hold on. Push pause. I need to plug in my computer. Who's ready to do the next part?
I'm still doing the outline.
Oh, still doing it. Okay. Once you have a good outline, the rest is scribble, scribble, scribble side to side. You don't have to be delicate. It'll all just turn
Not on
turquoise.
white paint. The whiteness.
Oh, you're going back and finding little white pieces? Oh, it's drying, and now you see the little white bits, huh? Yeah. It's true.
I can't find my small brush.
Oh, you don't have a small brush in your bag? And sometimes it gets tangled up in your napkins. So in your napkins, because it'll lose itself inside a fold of a napkin. When I put them in the bag, sometimes it falls in the napkin like this. Did you see it?
I'm gonna try to find it.
Feel your napkins like this. Feel them and feel if there's. Do I feel any napkin? Do I feel any stiff paintbrush?
And there's one in here.
Do you have a craft paintbrush somewhere in the house? They're craft paintbrushes. They're just little. Do you think your mom has one?
I think my sister had one because we were painting her room.
Can you ask to borrow a teeny tiny paintbrush?
Huh?
Can you go ask?
Virginia.
The echo. So if you like that color, look how much, it's not very much left, so it will dry out really fast. So we can save it by putting the lid on it. But remember, you don't crush it down. You have to put your thumb underneath the lid and push the cup underneath the lid. It's very awkward, but if you crush it down, it will just smash. I don't know.
Virginia.
I think she left to borrow.
Miss S gave you guys supplies.
Yeah, I think there should be a couple brushes in Mrs. S's package. She gave you like a big bag of glue.
And everyone needs to have their cameras on.
Okay, you guys ready? Because now we're going to start the windows. I call these windows because they remind me of stained glass, right? So and the magic of the way it looks 3D is because how many color values for 3D? 3, right? So the background is not 3D. No, it's just 1D, right? So 3D, so I need dark, medium, and light. And then when I have my colors, I do not want them to come to a stop or two colors touch. That's no magic at all. What I want is to put a color above another color, and then I go and use my finger and make bridges between the two colors and make something new. Okay, so watch, I'll show you. So here's my painting. I'll bring it all close. So there's my bright yellow. I mix it with white. And then I put orange in the middle. But what I do, it looks like flames. I use my no paint finger and I went up, down, up, down. I grabbed the yellow and pulled just the very top of the orange and went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it makes like a little blurry, invisible, thin orange. Like orangey yellow. But I wouldn't pull it all the way to the top. That's already yellow. So I want to make a yellowy orange, then pink. Oh, pink and orange are touching. So I get to make a pink or an orange halfway world. Right? So you're going, what? So how come? Because that was just an explanation, but that has no experience. So then you're like, I don't know what she's saying because we haven't done it yet. Then once we do it, your brain goes, oh, I get it. Like that, okay? So you gotta find your white paint, and pull the lid off. Why don't we do all the colors for our windows? Yellow, orange, and pink. She looks red, but she's a pink. And she dries really early, and then she makes the best orangey pink ever. Did you open them all? Right? And then lay them out so they're close to reach. Good job. And now we switch to teeny tiny paintbrush because she's all clean. And how about if we do this one first? This window or that window, but the big long ones at the top. Okay? And we're going to get our white paint, and what we want is to fill it all the way to halfway. This from, here's her heart, from her heart to halfway in the window, and fill it with white paint. Get it sopping wet with white paint, and then decorate it. Okay? And the way you tell it, because it's white on white, how are you going to tell if you painted it? Because it will be shiny. So I can tell, just like my background, this is dry. I can see from the reflection that that part right there is wet because it's still shiny. That's how you'll be able to tell if this is all wet. So I'm going to get my little paintbrush. I just stab my white like I'm mad. And a big blob comes on there. Right? And let's just land right in the middle of our window. Right there. And then go and make a line across, and then go, okay, push it down, 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 down. Oh, it's already dry. I could hear it scratch. So I get more paint and get it sopping wet. What if I get some color on my outline? As long as I can see the black a little bit, I won't forget where it goes. But if you get some on there, oh no, I got it on the black. Look at how I can still see the black line through it. Look. You're like, oh no, I've ruined it. I can still see the black line because it's Sharpie, hard to cover up. So we're like, oh, I need to be, so I can go, and I'm going to fill all the way down to her heart, all wet with white. And then how can I tell it? And look at how lumpy mine is. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, but because of the reflection. But I'm putting mine on kind of thick. How come I'm using thick paint? Because I don't care. And when it's thick, it's smooth and slippery, makes good new colors. When I put it on too thin, the air will evaporate the paint too fast, and it's all dry and sticky really fast. So,
What color are we using?
White. And we're filling it halfway in the window and down, down, down towards our heart, towards our heart. Get the whole half filled wet with white. Scribbly, scribbly, slippery, slippery.
Wait, white?
White. White paint on a white window. So paint that part with your teeny tiny clean paintbrush. Like that. Now look at, I got it a tiny bit on my outline. Oh, but you know what? I don't mind. Because I can still see my outline a little bit.
Hi, Daddy.
Did you do it? Okay, now we can switch to yellow. Find super bright yellow. Did you paint it white? Yeah. Now I'm going to get yellow, and I'm just going to stab it like I'm mad. Stab! Like that. But I'm just going to, it's only about a fingerprint big. I'm going to put it in the very middle. And how come I'm going so slow? Because it's our first one. You guys will go faster and faster as we understand it. So I'm going to go, okay then, I put the yellow right there in the middle. And it's, how big is it? I just put it in the middle on top of the white, and it becomes yellowy white. Did I put a lot? I don't care. I'll put even more. I don't care, but it's only this big. Do you guys know about an ombre on the hair? A fade, right? Where it goes 3D, very dark, not very dark, kind of medium, running out, and then light. Do you guys know that? Right? Dark, medium, light. Well, who wants to see how to do that? You guys ready? Watch me. So I'm going to go like this. Everybody pause what you're doing. I know you're busy, but watch me. Now I'm going to go like this and do little rows. Row, 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 and each one touches the next one. So watch me. So I'm gonna pull the bottom half of this yellow and into my white. I'm gonna push it down, 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 down. Well, that's kind of medium. Watch this, don't look away. Now I'm gonna go and cut half of that into and it's gonna become more white. So I go down, down, it's more white. And I do not get more, I'm giving it permission to run out of paint. And half of that, and it's turning into pure white. And I ran out of yellow. And oh, but look, it goes dark, medium, lighter, lighter, white. And I gave it permission to that. Should I go back and do it again? No, that would just make like a caramel macchiato. You just put it in the blender and spin, right? No, I want it dark, medium, running out. I do a row, and then a row, and then a row, and then a row, and then a row. Did you do it? Now you have white, now your white is all got a little bit of yellow in it. Now who wants to do orange? And we don't have to clean our paintbrush because yellow, white, and orange will make a new color. Now I get my orange. And I'm gonna stab my orange like a mad poke. I just got that much. And then this is 2 fingers big, right? Not the top corner, that's saved for pink. But now I'm gonna go above the yellow and whoosh it on there, about a finger big, and I just go mooshy, 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 mooshy. Oh! So now my orange is touching the top of my yellow, and look at the cool stripes it made. Look at the stripes. Should I rub that in more? Because I kind of like it. I like it. I'm not gonna touch it more. That looks cool. Well, we're not going to let any orange get down near her heart, okay? So we're going to stop before orange gets near her heart. Okay, so everybody pause and look up. Ready? Watch this. Remember, we only have to do one of these nice and slow. It goes faster after this. Now I'm going to cut the bottom of this orange off and go a row lower, a row lower, a row lower. We've already done it with yellow, so let's see. I'm going to cut off the bottom of it and I go push and shove and push. Oh, it made a baby yellow. Let me go a row lower. It's even, oh, it's practically invisible. Now I'm gonna stop. Watch this. So it's very orange there. And then right here where I stopped, I can use my finger that has no paint on it and tell baby orange and yellow to make flame. And it turns invisible. Isn't that pretty? But it's because I had no paint on my paintbrush. Constantly drops off more paint. If I use my fingertip, I can tell them to blend softly. And this is acrylic paint, so it'll dry in 1 second. You just wipe it on a paper towel, and it's like it leaves a little print, but it will dry in it's just dry. Oh, who wants to do a pink? Well, how come we don't touch that very much? What if I keep touching it? What color will it be? Orange? Who's more powerful, orange or yellow? Orange by a million. Right? So now I'm going to get pink. Where's pink? She looks like red. It's a fave color of mine. Now I'm going to, ooh, I have a dirty paintbrush. Don't care. It'll look like fire. So I stab my pink. Now I'm going to fill up all the way into the top corner. Fill it, fill it, fill it. Ooh, it looks like missile pop. Right? Orangey pink. Who knows missile pop? You're missing out if you don't know missile pop, all right? You know what flavor missile pop is? Sugar. It doesn't have flavor. It's literally like sugar water, but I love them. Okay, now, ooh, it looks like a flag. Look at mine. It came to a perfect stop where pink and orange touch. You know, that's not my favorite. It doesn't look like a beautiful fade. And my paintbrush keeps dropping off more pink. Look at all the pink on there. So I'm going to use my fingertip. And I'm going to, remember the fade where we go a tiny bit lower, tiny bit lower. And look, everybody look. Go way up into the corner with your pink. All the way up into, okay. Now I'm going to go like this. Watch me. And I'm going to, just with my fingertip, I'm going to make orangey pink, and it blurs together. And I push the yellowy orange into the pink, and the pink and the orange and the pink, and the pink and the orange and the pink. Looks like fire! But I pushed and shoved where two colors are touching, and I pushed the yellow up into the pink and pull the pink down in the yellow, and up, down, and I made a really cool thing. Do I have to push hard when I do that? No. I'm so gentle. And then your finger dries really, really fast. I can lick it off, but I'm not, because I'm not gross. Now that we've done one, who feels like it makes sense? Let's check for 3D. Dark, medium, light, and there are no lines where colors meet. How come? Because I don't want to see any lines. I give them permission to make a new color where colors touch. So I push up, down, scribbly, 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 and then I clean my finger. Does that make sense? Oh, my paintbrush is dirty. So I'm going to get a paper towel, and I stick my paintbrush in it, and I fold it over, and I pinch it really hard and squeeze the paint out like that. Ooh, looks like unicorn poop. And then I put my paintbrush in there. I'm going to do it one more time because I think I still see them in there. Oops. Yep, a little speck came out. Ooh, let me do it one more time. Oh, there, now and then came out. Ta-da! Okay, guys, ready? Now that we've done one, I heard my dog's barking. I had to deal with that. So now I got ooh, right? Can I make this over here? I already done it once. Do you trust yourself? It's exactly the same. So if you have confidence and you trust yourself, I recommend you keep going. So I'm gonna get my white. I start with white.
Excuse me?
Question? No?
I have a little spot and I can't really paint. That one, because my thing keeps going down.
Where's your little easel?
My little easel, what's that?
Your cardboard easel? It looks like this. Do you have a cardboard easel?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to put it together and so it can stand up?
I'm doing that right now. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay, you can always ask for an adult to help you. Okay, now I'm going to get my white. I'm going to fill it up. Hey, it's the same. So I fill up halfway with white. Why? Because I'm going to make that fadey thing with the yellow. So am I delicate with how much white I put? No, because I know I'm going to decorate with it. So I stab my white, and I find halfway, and I go smoosh. And there it is. I put a line. You can't see it because it's white, but I found halfway, right? And then now I'm going to scribble it down towards her heart. So I get more white. Poop! And I go scribbly, 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 scribbly. Oh, I can hear it get dry. I already need more. Poop!
Honey, take these paints away. See your brother and mom.
Did you fill it in? Look at mine. You can see. I see if it's shiny. Is it all shiny in there? Oh, reflection. Let's see. Bright light. How come this one's going to be faster? Because we've done it before and our brain can predict what's going to happen next. Because I have a human brain, and that's how human brains are on Earth. I don't know how. I attempt it, I understand it, I do it on my own. But I have to be willing to do it incorrectly, right? Oh, now I have to, where's yellow? You guys ready to do the yellow fade? So it's going to be dark yellow where I put it, and then it gets less and less and less. So I'm going to, yellow, stab! And where do I put the yellow? In the middle part. I put middle. And then, can I push it down row after row after row inside that white and see if I can't get the yellow to run out and disappear on purpose? So I'm going to do a scribble like this. Scribbly, scribbly, scribbly. Oh, that's lighter. Do I have to push very hard? No. And then I push it another, I grab the bottom of it and try to push it lower. It's even lighter. And I grab the bottom of that and it's practically white. Dark, medium, light. Does that make more sense to your brain this time? Because we've done it already? Because this is Earth? And who understood the fade better and gave it permission to run out? Because what if you go back up and keep playing with it and playing with it, all this becomes one version of yellow? Boring. Now I'm going to get orange. And who's going fast? Are you beating me? Are you beating me? Okay, now I'm going to get orange. Poke! And I'm going to fill it in. Oh, I can cut this.
Starting on the yellow.
You're on the yellow? Okay. And then I fill in the orange halfway, because how come I don't do the top part? It's for pink. So I'm going to fill it in orangey. Oh, yeah. And then I already had some yellow and white on my paintbrush, so it made a pretty color. Should I leave it like that? I'm just going to do 2 rows of orange down into my yellow, and then I'm going to use my finger and make misty orange. Okay, so I'm going to grab the bottom of it. Hey, we've done this before. So I grab the bottom of it and I pull it down. Scribbly, scribbly. Oh, yellowy orange. And then another row, even more yellowy orange. Oh, it looks like a flag. Look at it, comes to a stop. I don't like that. It looks all straight like a flag. So what if I just touch it with my finger and try to make blurry baby orange? I push and pull in the orange and the yellow on the very edge of it, and it turns to mist. Now you can't see the flag stripes. You're beating me. Who's beating me? I see you, Jamie. You're beating me. Wait for me. Oh, yeah, I gave you permission. Sorry, go ahead. Okay, now what about, dirty paintbrush? How come that was faster and easier? Human. Okay, now I'm going to get pink step. And I feel, just one poke seems to do the trick. And I put it up here in the corner. It makes Missile pop pink. Orangey pink. And you can already predict what's going to happen. Right? So I pull it down into the orange, but only the bottom of the pink. I want to blur away the bottom of the pink, and I make pinky orange, and I can go another row after that. Oh, I made a stripe. How do I get rid of perfect stripes? Finger, scribbly, blurry. Looks like fire. And how come I can't play with it? Who's the darkest? Pink. She will totally make yellow turn all the way pink. And orange will make everybody turn pink. Does that make sense? So we give everybody permission to stage us, and then we want to be finished. When we want to stop and not go any deeper, we use our finger because there's no paint on our finger, and we just tell those 2 colors to blend together. Oh, I have to clean my paintbrush. I guess I have to lick it off now. No. You guys are gross. No, I'm not. So I'm just going to get a paper towel. I'm going to put my paintbrush in it. I give it a nice hard and then it's got some rainbow poop in there. And then, let me pinch it one more time and see if I can't get it till no more paint comes out, and pinch it one. How come I don't rub like this? Because it'll make all the hair stick out. So if I pinch, it stays small and pointy. So I give it another pinch. And then one more time. Oh, that's a clean one. So that's good. So, let's look at the original. Who thinks this looks looks easy now. If we did this, doesn't this make sense? Except for the black part and the dots, right? What? So I just got, oh, these are dark. Those are just pink and orange because they're far away from her heart. Doesn't get any white. But it goes, here's her heart, right? So the yellow parts are always closest to her heart. Does that make sense? Around her heart. So the dark parts are far, far, far away, away, away. So pinka, 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 pinka. So does it make sense how we're going to do this? I'm still going to go step by step. But if you feel like you could do this by yourself after just doing 2 little windows, then I say you just go. You just go. Because what are teachers for? As soon as you know how to do it, you have mastery and you move on, right? But we use other people's understanding until we get our own understanding, right? And then you don't need teachers. Just like if you're trying to understand anger and nobody was around you to teach you how to do anger very well, then you find a new teacher when you're old enough to choose a teacher and they will help you. Or you just have lots of siblings. Okay, now I'm going to go, okay, well, let's just do these 2. So I fill it up halfway with white, yellow, fade, orange, fade, pink. Yes, same, right? So do you want to just try on your own? You can. I don't mind. I don't get offended. So I'm going to get white. Stop. I'm going to find halfway. What? Mostly it's for my brain. And then where do I put the yellow, the white? Closer to her heart, heart, heart. So I'm going to push it towards her heart. And then I can hear it scratch. It wants more paint. I like it to have more paint than thin. Thin is boring.
I just go.
Sorry if I was late because my computer wouldn't want to turn on.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, that's fine. Did you get the painting kit?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to put the yellow. And she could just do the background later with the video and save her paints in her paintbrush. But she can do all the windows with us. Okay, now I'm going to get yellow. And I'm going to stab my yellow stab. And I put it right on top of halfway. 1 fingerprint big. And I just go scribbly, scribbly. Oh, this one's like that. It's very yellow. Well, how do I get it to run out of yellow? I do row after row after row till I get close to her heart and I run out of yellow on purpose. Don't worry, Jessica, I'm keeping an eye on you. As soon as you're set up, I'll show you. And then we go, oh, then I go like this. And I'm going to go closer and closer and I'm running out of yellow, running out of yellow, and I ran out of yellow. When does the magic happen? When 2 colors are touching, like where orange and yellow meet, right? Now I'm all done. Now I can get orange. I just get a poke, 1 little poke of orange. Not a scoop, too much. Ooh, look how close I am to the end. I think I might have went too far because it's supposed to be pink on the end. Oops. I don't get mad. I just do better. So my next one will be better. So now I'm going to go above the yellow with the orange. Blah, blah, blah. It becomes like, because it touches the yellow, it becomes like light yellow. And then I'm push it closer, but not all the way to the end. And when I get close, like halfway, I'm going to use my finger to blend, right? So I'm going to push my orange down, 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 becomes like baby orange. And then down, down, oh, it's disappearing. I only grab the very bottom of the orange, not all the orange, just the bottom of the orange. And I think that's as far as I want to go, but look, looks like a flag. It came to a perfectly straight stop. How can I tell that to calm down? Dry finger, right there where the bottom of the orange is touching my yellow, I'm going to make a disappeary orange. Oh, it turns to mist. Because I don't like it to come to a perfect stop. It's like all straight, like a flag. I make it rough like this. And then, ooh, pink. I didn't give myself, look at how small of a spot for the pink. Next one will be different, right? We're learning. We're learning. We love and forgive ourselves when we're learning. So we go, okay, pink. Now put it in the very top. Oh, missile pop. Who already knows how to do the fade thing all by yourself and you figure it out? I know, right? So good. But be careful of your black lines, okay? We don't want to forget where they are at, so don't cover them up because I'm not there to help redraw them for you. Okay, so just go slow when you're near the black lines. So now I'm going to push my pink deeper into my orange, and then deeper still, and farther. Oh, I came to a stop. Now I have to use my finger where pink stopped and make a blurry pinky orange. Oh! Fire! Who's beating me? Going so fast. Look at you. Feel good about it. And then I clean my paintbrush pinch. And then can I do the other side? I could do that side and I just get white stab. Halfway with white. And then I need one poke of yellow stab. I'm going to put it in the halfway world. Halfway. Now can I push it closer and closer to the heart and try to run out of paint? And remember, all these windows are exactly the same, right? So let's say you're not as far as me. Could you tomorrow come back to these and finish more? Yeah, you have all your supplies. Just wash out your paintbrushes and start tomorrow, right? No worries. You'll have the video tomorrow. Fast forward to where you left off. No worries. Okay, now I'm trying to get this yellow to disappear towards the heart. So I go less yellow, pushing closer, red out. Ooh, I got some on my black. Little bit. How about orange? Can I put orange above the next to the yellow? Poke. Like that. I'm gonna put orange. Ooh, it makes an orangey yellow color because my paintbrush was dirty with yellow and white, and I like it. And I'm gonna push it like this. Pushy. Everybody pause and look up real quick. Everybody pause, watch me. I'm gonna ruin this one on purpose to show you a trick. So I get the orange too far. Oh, I didn't want it that far. Watch me. I can push it back. Okay? And could I add more yellow and white? And push it back. Go reverse. I can. Okay? So you're like, oh, I totally ruined it. Well, what if you just, I can push bright yellow back. I can pull it towards and I can push it away, right? Now I need to get my pink and do this corner. Because one is highlighting, trying to get the brightness to move. One is shadowing, trying to get the darkness to move. And now I'm going to get the pink. And I think pink orange is my favorite. Oh, Jessica, you ready to make windows? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to do the next window, me and you. Okay? And we'll do it together nice and slow. Everybody else, you know what to do, and you don't have to wait for me. So I'm going to get this pink and orange and get less and use my finger and blur. Okay, so Jessica, find your teeny tiny itty bitty paintbrush. And you have your painting set up? So who wants to see me do one more window nice and slow? Right? I'm going to do it. Me and Jessica are going to do it, okay? So, and you got your little paintbrush, and you're gonna need white, yellow, orange, and pink. Can you find those colors and open them so they're handy? And then take their lids off because we just go poke. But the rest of you keep going, because does it get harder than that? No, we're decorating with our finger and trying to make blurry edges where the colors touch. And the better you get at it, the happier you are. Okay, Jessica, clean paintbrush. I'm gonna get my white. And let's do these two, this bottom one right here. She's the only one laying down flat. Okay, do this one with me. And you're gonna do the same thing with all of them. They're exactly the same. So once you learn one, they're all the same. So I get my white paintbrush, poke, I stab it and get a lot of paint. And find the halfway and cut it in half with white paint. What? Ooh, there was orange in my paintbrush. That's okay, yours will be nice and clean. I'm gonna add colors anyway, so I don't really care. And then I'll get more paint. Stab my white paint. Stab! You guys can keep going because you know how. Right? And now I'm going to go like this and fill it all in with white. And all the way towards her heart. Not up here. This is for pink. But fill it in all the way white, 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 white. Oh, got dry. Need more. At least 2 pokes. And I filled it in halfway with white. And I filled it all in, blah, blah, and it's white on white, so you won't be able to see very good. Let me hold it up closer. You can't even see that. Look at it. It's got a little dirty paintbrush orange in it, but I filled it up halfway. Who likes their blurry parts where you're blending with your finger? Isn't it pretty? And then check with your brain. Remember when we started and you were nervous and your brain starts to relax now, right? And your brain starts to go, I'm curious, I'm wondering, I'm watching. Okay, now I'm gonna get yellow. Find your yellow, Jessica, and I go, stab! And right at the very top of the white, I just put like a finger's worth of yellow. Little. Just like wipe it off your paintbrush. You guys are going fast. You're beating me. You just go. You just go. Okay, now I'm going to push, Jessica, I'm going to push the yellow. This is called a fade. I'm going to, on purpose, try to run out of yellow. So by the time I get near her heart, I ran out of yellow. So watch me, Jessica. Watch. Watch. I'm going to grab the bottom, and I just go half of it. I touch the bottom of it, and I go push, 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 push. Then I grab the bottom of that, and I try to run out of yellow. And then half of that, and running out of yellow. And then I run out of yellow. Now you try it. I actually got it. It's very yellow where I landed the yellow, but it keeps mixing with the white the farther it goes away, and I'm trying to run out of yellow. You guys blending with your finger? I see lots of finger wiggles. Now what about that, Jessica? Did you get the yellow to fade? Can you keep playing with it and mixing it? No, because we'll just make one color of yellow, and we're trying to make 3D. Very yellow, dark, medium yellow, medium, and light yellow. Okay, now I'm gonna get orange. That's my pink. No, that's my orange. And I just stab my orange. Stab. One stab of orange. Poke. I lost Jessica. Did Jessica's computer go off? I think she disappeared. And then I fill this in with orange. I think Jessica's computer's dead. And then I cut this in half and try to make it blur. And then I do a disappear with my finger. And then I can get my pink. She'll have to watch the video and catch up because there's Jessica. Did you come back? I was worried I lost you. And then the pink, did you do the fade with the orange? Jessica, did you get it to fade? And at the very last second, use your finger to blend. Did you do that? And do a blendy, blendy, soft, soft, soft. And then I'm going to put the pink in the very top. And then try to get it to disappear and do a soft blendy with my finger. So let me see how far you guys. Are you guys all done with the top half? Look how far you got. You're beating me by a lot. You just keep going. Okay, now how about this one? Who doesn't need help anymore? Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. You have a very good human brain, because that's how human brains are. At first, lots of help, not very much help, all by myself. So now I get white, I'm gonna fill it in halfway. I'm gonna keep talking, but you keep painting. Fill it up halfway. And does it get harder? It doesn't get harder. Did you know math is never harder than addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? It just becomes puzzles after that. Math puzzles. Then I get the yellow and I go stab. I'm gonna fill it in halfway with my yellow. Halfway. Scribble. Now I'm gonna push half of it and go closer to her heart. Running out, running out, running out. I get orange. Boop. And then I go half of that. I'm running out. Oh, I want it to run out faster, so I use my finger because she's blurrier because she doesn't have any paint. And then my pink. Missile pop. And then these two right here, everybody pause and look up. Orange and pink. It doesn't really need the yellow, but you've already did the yellow. No, it's no big deal. No big deal. I never met this butterfly. I don't know if it's true. But in the original, it goes half orange, right? And then we just ask orange and pink to make a new color where they meet. In fact, I'll do both of them at the same time. But you can't dilly-dally because your paint's drying, right? You can't play around. And then pink, the top. And then where they meet, I could use my paintbrush, but it has a bunch of pink on it. So I'm going to use my finger and push the orange and the pink and the pink and the orange and orange and the pink and the pink and the orange and orange and the pink and the pink and the orange. And it makes a new color where they touch. That's my favorite part. And then deciding how much pressure to use and all that is, you can only learn that by experience, by doing it yourself. Orange. Oh, I did orange. See? And then pink in the corner. What if I go outside a little bit? I know I'm going to put black around it, so I'm not worried. Who likes the pink orange color? I don't usually see that color in the world, right? So I stare at it and I'm like, that is such a good color. I don't know. Okay, how about these bottom ones? They're kind of upside down. Hi, Jessica, again. Sorry your computer is messing with you, but Jessica, this is going to be recorded, okay? And I'm going to send your lead the YouTube thing. So if you miss any of it, you can watch it later, okay? Don't worry, you'll catch up because you have all your supplies. Okay, now I'm going to get white. Okay. Oh, I didn't hear that. Try again.
What's your YouTube channel called?
Oh, The Artist in Me. But I'm going to send you the link. The Artist in Me is the name of it, but so you don't have to search for it. She's going to send you the actual link. Okay, so these are all is upside down. Yeah, white's at the top, pinks on the bottom, whites at the top, pinks at the bottom, whites at the top, pinks at the bottom. Easy schmeezy. But I still fill it in halfway with white. What if you want to do 4 in a row? You could. But I wouldn't do 8 in a row. How come? It'll dry and it won't do a pretty mixy. Does that make sense? So I've done it. And then by the time I got over here, it was all dry and I was mad. So I get the white and I could do all these at once. But can I just scribble across the black lines? I cannot. If I cover up the black lines with thick paint, I won't be able to see my lines for when I have to do the outline with the black. Does that make sense? So I'm going to fill it in halfway. Whoop! And I just go up, down, up, down, up, down, fill it with white. I have a dirty paintbrush. I get more white, fill it in halfway. I'm not scribbling across the lines. I just fill it in halfway with white. How come this is going to be so easy? Because we've done it before. And I fill this one halfway. But now I have to push up, up, up with yellow. So I stab my yellow. I'm going to put it across. Oh, that's not enough yellow. I must have stabbed a white goober. So it's yellow. Yellow. Am I going across my black lines? No. Yellow. Yellow. Nice. So I would like those to fade, and I have to do each one, and I'm trying to run out of yellow, so at the very top it's the most white. So I push up, 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 then grab the very bottom of that yellow and go up, 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 and then I get to the very top and I run out. And I can do that with this one. I go up, 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 and cut the half of that one, that one. Who feels like this is going to make so much sense, this next part, the bottom part? So much easier. And we get to do 4 in a row. So remember when I said this one would go very, very slow? This was for learning. This one was for understanding. And you guys took off on your own, right? Now I'm showing you could do 4 in a row, right? And we slowly give ourselves permission, like, I've already mastered this. I can do 4 in a row, 4 at a time. But I can't jump around with my colors or my paintbrush will get all dirty. Now I get the orange and go below that, yellow, orange, poke, orange, orange, orange. Now I'm going to push it up, 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 up and try to run out of paint. So up, 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 and then blurry with my finger. 1 row, 2 row, blurry with my finger. Push up 1 row, 2 row, blurry with my finger. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Look how messy my original was with my fingerprint painting. Look at it. And you thought that was pretty. Who thinks theirs is smoother than that? I know. But you liked mine, and you're doing it way better than that. Right? Okay, now I have pink. So pink goes on the bottom. Ooh, here's that turquoise that dripped. Remember I said I didn't care because I knew this was going to happen. So I fill it in with the pink on the bottom. Some of you are just waiting for the black part, huh? You're all done with your windows? Thank you for being patient. Because we have to catch up with you. Remember I said some people are fast at things and they finish early and then they get bored? And some people are in a panic because they can't seem to go fast enough. Both are always true. And depending on the subject, you're stuck in one of those. So it's because you have a human brain. I'm super slow at the math. I can never quite capture the puzzle part of it. I knew how to do my multiplication and my all that stuff, but then once it became a puzzle, I got lost. I don't think I really trusted myself that I would learn on a learning curve. I just panicked and walked away. I didn't trust myself that I had a brain like everybody else. I just panicked. But I forgive myself because I was brand new in the universe. I was only 8 years old. So that's not very long in the universe. So that comes with the territory. Now I'm going to get, oh, who did that super fast? How come that was so fast? Because we understood it. We nailed it. Okay, how about this half? White, 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 yellow, 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 orange, 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 pink, pink, pink. You know what? I won't even say anything. Very hard for a teacher to be quiet. But what if I don't say anything and you just do it all by yourself? No helpsies. Let's just see how much you learned so far. I'll try to be quiet. How's it going, Jessica? Does it make sense to your brain? Just, okay. Remember, you can watch the video later for doing the background, okay? No worries.
When I'm waiting, I'm just gonna go wash my hands.
That's an excellent idea. As soon as it gets wet, it'll turn crumbly like Elmer's glue and peel off, okay? So no worries. Okay, now I get yellow book. Put it halfway. Oh, I started talking. I always figure, I'm talking again, I always figure that the Karens are always ex-teachers because we can't help but give our opinion about everything and talk all the time. Stop running. Don't do that. I do that in public to other people's kids. So I can't get rid of the teacher in me. Oh, sorry. Maybe not that angry, but telling other people what to do, bad habit. But you know what? Teachers have only been in the planet, I'm 53. I've only been alive for 53 years in the universe. That means I only know 53 years worth of stuff. So sometimes I'm on the learning curve of why don't you keep your opinion to yourself? That's something I need to learn. Okay, I'm new here. I've only just got here 53 years ago. And I didn't know it was a problem with my personality until you pointed it out. Earth. I think these bottom ones look like eggs. Eggs on fire. Okay, I beat you, so there. How come I'm faster than you? Because I've done it before. So, how many times have I done it? How many times have you done it? That's all. Right? How come the mechanic can figure out what's wrong with the car by listening to the car? He's just done it lots of times. He's not a genius. He has lots of experience. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, are you doing 4 at a time? You can do 4 at a time now. You can fill it white, 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 white. Put the yellow, 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 orange, orange, orange. How come? Because you can go faster now that you've mastered it. You can trust yourself. There's a lot of us that are resting and waiting for the part with the black. Thank you for waiting.
Dixie, do you believe in astrology and horoscopes?
A teensy tiny bit.
Oh, this is so random, but what's your horoscope?
Libra.
Oh, nice. I'm a Pisces.
Okay. One time I did read one that said you love wood, right? With the wood grains and all that. It's so true. I'll stare at them because it has all those color variations, and I'm like, I do love wood. So, but sometimes it just feels like they're guessing. Yeah, we're gonna do black next, but because it's going to make our paintbrush filthy dirty and make everything look gray, we want to make sure all of our windows are done before we start doing the black. We can't jump back and forth from the black windows to painting windows to doing the black because they'll turn out gray. Does that make sense? Black is a very dense color that has a lot of pigment in it. More pigment in the gel than the other colors. So you're like, oh no, everything is turning that gray color. I know. Done it. That's why I know.
I covered over the lines, but then once I've done the whole thing, I was like, I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then I'll just color it back with it.
Okay, I have a trick. If you've colored over your lines, there is a trick, okay? If you hold your painting up to the sunny window, the black lines will show through. Does that make sense? Or you hold it up to a lamp and you'll be able to, and you can get a Sharpie or a pencil and put the line back for you. Does that make sense? So like this, like you, I can't show you because my lamp is over there, but if I hold it up to you can't see it. Can you see my lines a little bit? Right? And the front is painted, right? So there's my lines, but if I put the window right here and hold it up, it'll shine these black lines through the paint and I'll be able to go and outline it, right? But you kind of have to like put it on the windowsill with the light behind it and then draw them. Does that make sense? Or you can literally hold it up like this to the light on the ceiling, but I would probably drop it on my face. Or drip black paint on my face. That would be me. And I wouldn't even know, and I would go to the store with paint on my face, and the lady would say, there's something on your face. And I'd be like, I know. What color is it? And I could tell you what I did today. Ooh, I see almost everybody done. You're doing an excellent job. How's your brain? Check in with your brain. Is your brain relaxed, curious, watching it happen? There is something else that happens to your brain. After you've done something repetitively successful, did you know your brain gets really bored and gets irritated by repetition success? Your brain doesn't like it. So if you're at your job and you're very good at it, there's probably a chance you want to change jobs. Once you've mastered something, your brain doesn't like it. This happens when you're about 40 years old. You've mastered your family, you've mastered your relationship, you've got your kids, you got your job, everything's going well, so you usually do something to mess it up. Because our brains are most happy when we're challenged and learning something new. Right? So you're like, why does everyone have a midlife crisis? Because you've mastered everything in your life and you never kept challenging yourself, keeping your brain really pushing for harder and harder things. So we always blame the people around us. It's your fault that I'm bored. They're exactly the same. You're the one that's getting bored. It's not them. You just need to find something really hard to learn. Because of the COVID thing, I've gotten really good at cooking, but I've also gained 10 pounds. So that's not fun. But I make the perfect fried chicken now. I had lots of failed recipes I had to eat. Oh, look at Jamie's butterflies done. Nice. I still see people decorating, so I'm not going to move forward just yet, but maybe three more minutes, 2 more minutes. We should be at the end, so we should be really fast painters because we trust ourselves and it doesn't take a lot of thinking anymore. And you automatically get your finger and went blendy, huh? You didn't even think about it anymore. It came natural. Thank you for resting, those of you who are done. Excellent resting. Hey, if you're just resting, you could put it on group view. What's it called? Gallery view, and look at everybody's paintings. See what everyone else is doing, and then switch back to speaker view. You can see other people working. It's fun to watch. I love it. Can you see people? Okay, we have like 1 minute left. We're rushing towards the end. Decorate. You're on automatic pilot now. Scribble, smear with your finger.
I don't really like my butterfly.
Show me. No, that's great. Wait till you put the black on it. Watch. It's the contrast. The black makes the windows stand out. Okay? So once you surround it with black, these become very bright in contrast. You know, contrast, black against anything makes that brighter. It's going to look like fire. I think it looks great. But finding those, I would literally, if you want to, do you have a window in that room? Do you have a window? You could put it on the windowsill, right on the windowsill with your little cup of black paint, and you'll be able to see the black lines. Okay, no worries. I'm ready to do black. Is everybody ready? Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, here's black. Who's ready? I'm going. Okay. Leads, if you know the names of the kids looking down, could you ask them if they're ready? Because I don't know their names.
Are you ready, Alejandro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lee, are you ready to move on for the next step?
Oh, Daddy got home. Ah, cute. Okay, you guys ready? So now black paint. Look at all that black paint we have. And our paintbrush, did you give it a pinch? Just a pinch, just, you know, we don't want to make any gray, so we just give it a pinch, like that. Okay, remember when we outlined it was a long time ago, but we outlined our background? Remember that? Well, did we scribble? No. We actually land on and we fold over our paintbrush and push, right? Does that make sense? Fold it. Well, let me look closer. Ooh, look at that ugly right there. I'm going to get turquoise after that's dry and touch that up, but not right now. So I touch it and I fold over my paintbrush and push, right? Push. Do I wiggle? No. This is the exact size of this black line. And if I just push, it will make a perfectly sized line. Does that make sense? But if I scribble, I'll jump around and totally ruin it. that make sense? And black is unfixable. So we're going to be on purpose. Okay. So I get the black, and we could do it together, right? Oh, and you put it on like this, and doesn't paint run out, right? So if I was going to do this one, I'm going to run out a halfway, but I keep going. And then I get more black paint and try to drive on the same road and push it farther the second time, right? But I do not scribble. Does that make sense? So I'm going to stab the black, stab. Let's just try the one up the middle. Remember the very first one we painted? Let's go under her and give her a smile, give her a hug from underneath. But I land at the beginning and I fold my paintbrush over, fold and push. How much you want to bet at halfway? There it is, it's dry. But I'm not going to stop. I go to the top. But now that it's wet, it's slipperier. So when I go on a second pass, I'll be able to make it all the way up. I like wet the path. So now I go pook. And I don't have to start at the very beginning. It's nice and black. Maybe I start right there and I go, okay, push. Look at, because it's already wet, it fixes it just right. Did I scribble? No. And because you can handwrite, remember when you were little and you did all those outlines of the alphabet and you learned how to trace? This is tracing. Your hand and your brain has practiced this a lot. So you can trust yourself. Okay, so I'm going to get more black paint. What if I do this one?
Is that the big or small one?
The teeniest, tiniest one. She's just the right size of this black line. If I fold my paintbrush over and push. Thank you for the question. Now, what about all the black lines? Well, it's like a branch. A vein is like a branch. So I'm going to touch this one in the middle and push. You know I'm going to run out at halfway. How come? Because run out, it's all dry, but I keep going. Loop. Should I be mad that I ran out? No, it's paint. So let's get more poke. And I can just drive my car on the same road again. Whee! Smoother the second time. So is it true you have to do it 2 times? Yeah. And I could do like a branch and do this one. Push. And then turn the corner. I ran out of paint. I'm all annoyed. That's okay. I get another poke. I drive my car on the same road again. One more time. Because I am tracing, my brain knows what to do. Did I scribble? I didn't. So I'm just outlining all of my windows. And Alejandro's using the window. Can you see it okay, Alejandro?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Because you're at the window, huh? Are you using the window to see your lines?
Not really, because the window that I already have a window kind of close to me.
Oh, so you can see behind it a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, can you see your lines okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, I ran out right at halfway. It's always true. More paint. Oh, Jessica, were you done with your windows? Did you catch up and do all your windows? No? Are you doing the black part? Jessica, are you doing the black? Okay, don't. Because you have to do all the windows first, then outline. Okay? And you can watch the video to remember. Okay, so no worries. Because you would have a dirty paintbrush with the black if we did that.
You also send me the video because I didn't really finish all the windows too.
Okay, I just wash your paintbrushes before you do the windows to make sure that we have a clean paintbrush with no black in it. And don't outline them if you haven't done the window yet. Just skip those.
Okay.
Because why outline something that's not finished? Why? Now I'm going to go in between this one. This one's the hardest because it's the longest. Oh, ran out of paint. But I kept going. And then I can get more. And drive my car on the line again. Turn the corner. Now that you've done a couple, who trusts their hand? Who trusts their hand? Are you pushing and not wiggling? That's what your hand can do. Some people think, oh, there's no way I could outline something. You just did. So there. Hey, that one I only had to do once. Ha ha, I didn't run out of paint. I got my whole top part done. Anyone beat me? You outline yours in the top? Good job. Now I'm going to do my bottommost. All we're doing is putting the black lines back, huh? And if you need to stop and finish tomorrow, just wash your paintbrushes so they don't get stiff and hard. And you could put the lids on. I like it when I can do it in one swipe. Jamie, how's yours? Is yours coming out good? You're making good outlines? I like it. Good job. You trust yourself? You just push your paintbrush on the road? And look at how, remember when I was all saying I kept touching the outline? And now everything that was all over the black, I'm fixing. So, oh no, I went outside the line. Outlining fixes it. Lucky. Good job. Okay, just so everybody pause and look up. Some people are doing a perfectionist job. So everybody pause. After we outline them, can you outline the butterfly? But who's in front, butterfly or the background? The butterfly. So I actually give it permission when I outline it to be on the turquoise. And then I ran out of paint because I got dry, right? So the black outline is actually on the turquoise. So I go into the back. I give myself permission to go into the background a little bit on top of it. How come we're outlining it? Because we're going to switch to the bigger paintbrush. I mean, we don't have to. Nah, let's not, because it's all stiff and hard. Forget it. Who's getting good at this? You just push your paint and it seems to make, and do I scribble up and down? No, push your paintbrush. Just drive your car. Fold your paintbrush over and push. My butterfly gets one paintbrush bigger than it was before because I'm letting my on the outline. Who remembers when you were doing the background? Remember how the white kept trying to peek through? So we did 2 coats. We would go back and find spots that we missed. Did anybody do that? Well, we're going to do the same thing when we do black. Black can dry on a white canvas, see-through. Where it's thin, you can go back and add more black. I always think my paint can go further than it can. It cannot. It only goes like 4 inches. And I always try to make it go farther. It cannot. Doesn't matter how long you paint, you always think it's a pen. And it can just keep going. Who sees the contrast really coming through now? The super black against your bright colors, it makes your bright colors brighter. It's called contrast. And then what was this called when we let one color disappear into another color without a line? It's called blending. We did blending. And then how many color values do you need for 3D? 3, dark, medium, light. We could look at our windows and go, yes, I have dark area, medium area, light area. 3D. Those are called color values. And all these colors, they look so good next to each other because they're right next to each other on the color wheel. They're right next to each other, so they just make a little flame. And we outline the outside of our butterfly. We have a calm brain, relaxed. If you feel like you have to come back to it later and you have something to do, wash your paintbrushes and put the lid on it. Can I tell you about your paintbrushes real fast? When you wash them, don't rub them like this on something. You pinch them like we were doing. And I like a little brush, and I just brush them in the direction the hairs are going and then shape them like to a point. That will save it, because this one is rock hard, right? Because we never put it in water or anything. You can soak it and then use this brush, and you're just like brushing her hair this way, and all the paint will come out from between the bristles. But what does it need? Water, right? So we'll save this paintbrush. A toothbrush will work, or just a scrubby, and you just go in the direction of the bristles. Like that.
Excuse me?
Echo.
I finished mine.
You finished? Just wait 1 more minute, because we have to put a head on it, and antennas and white dots. Okay, so come back in like 3 minutes and check where we're at, and I'll show you the next step, okay? So after we have our outline, now we have to get rid of everything that's white. Bye, white. I don't want to look at you anymore. Ooh, I just bullied the white. Did you see that? Now okay, so I go hunting. Okay, this is not a window. It's white. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye for you. And then this weird thing. Bye. Now I'm just going to go around and small wiggles. I don't want to fall out, right? Small wiggles. Push and shove and push and shove. And then as soon as it sounds dry, more paint. If it's not slippery, it'll dry see-through. Because it was thin, you're putting on really thin. And you think it's black till it dries. And then you're like, hey, that part is see-through. Now I'm chasing all of the white stuff. Bye, white.
Wait, can I use a big brush?
The big brush will actually be, let me show you. She's all stiff for one, she's all dry, and she won't actually fit in these teeny tiny places. Does that make sense? This one will. But if I get a stab of paint, it's like a lot, and then you can push and shove for a long time. And you just push the paint and push the paint and push the paint. It actually works pretty good, even though she's little. Did you outline all your windows? You did? It worked? I'm so happy. I was worried, and it worked out. I'm so glad. Who's already covering up all the white parts? Buy white parts. Buy. It's not a window. It turns black. And watch how much paint I get. People being delicate. Watch. Stop. How come I'm not afraid to get this much paint? Because it lasts a long time. Shove, 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 shove. It lasts a long, 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 long time that way. So I'm not being delicate. It just is putting a lot of paint. Now I'm just pushing it around. And because you are good at handwriting, you will be able to push around very good. Pushing, 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 push my paint. Push, 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 push. Oh, I just got black on the turquoise. I'll do that at the end. I'll fix it later. Not yet, because it'll be wet and make a gray color. When I do the butterfly in the class in person, we actually pick our 3 colors, but I help so we don't make any brown color, right? But, and so everybody's butterfly turns out different colors. So fun. But we can't do that now. And class, can I show you something else? Everybody pause and look up. I see some people holding their paintbrush way back here. It's very hard to control. It jumps around. If you get closer to the metal, you can have smaller motions that have more control. Sneak up on the front of your paintbrush so you can hold it near the metal, and it's easier to control with your arm. Way back here, it tends to just jump around and won't behave. And if you're all done with your black already because you beat everybody, you can go back over it and go and put a second coat on, because as it dries, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can see the white peek through. So since I'm done, I'm just gonna go visiting and go over everything one more time, because wherever it's thin is the see-through part, because paint is weird. Remember when it dries and it kind of tears? Because it's plastic, it's true. That's okay, 2 coats always works. I know that my outlines I don't have to do twice because I already did them perfect. Remember how much paint we used and how smooth we were? So this is just the second coat's just for the big areas.
I finished mine.
Okay, just wait 3 minutes. I want to show you the white dots. Can I show you the finished painting? Look, the white dots look like jewels, right? So we go, oh, I want to wait for the white dot. As soon as I show you how to do it, you'll be like, oh, I got it, okay? I just want to show you. Just give us 3 minutes to catch up with you, because you're super fast. Well, that's some feedback. Thank you. Starts to loop in the electronics, huh? Jamie, look how much black you've done already. It's looking good from here. Nice. Is anybody working on their second coat of black? Just going back and hunting for see-through parts. Hunting. Just just a little decorating, all the little parts. Oh, look at yours, Jessica. See? You caught up so fast. Nice. So just about, I want to show you the dots in about 2 minutes. Okay? So what if you're not ready for dots? Could you watch me do it anyway? Just so you know for your brain. Okay?
What's your YouTube channel?
It's called The Artist in Me. The Artist in Me. And then you look for my little cartoon. Because there's a couple other people after I came up with that name who copied me. But you could look for my little cartoon. Who's feeling good about theirs? Is it coming out better than you expected? You thought, oh, there's no way. This is so bad. And then experience says after you do it, oh, I get it. So you have to be willing to have that uncomfortable feeling of not knowing until you arrive at knowing after you've done it. Okay? It's just a hard thing about Earth. It's like, I'm going to ruin it. No. And even if you do, like my fried chicken, right? Ugly, too hot of the oil. I didn't know what I was, right? You figure it out. I have to forgive myself for being new in the universe. And other people who are very annoying. And they have totally different life experiences than me. So, hard to understand people.
Now I'm done.
Okay. Okay, everybody pause, ready? So everybody pause, I want to show you how to do the dots. Even though you're not ready and you're busy doing other things, I just want to show you the dots. Because this paintbrush is stiff, can't use it, right? This one's filthy dirty with black, so it will just make gray. We're going to use our fingerprint with our white paint. But they are 2 fingers apart. They are not best friends and they do not touch, right? So, they're 2 fingers apart, right? So, and I cannot swirl my finger. I just touch like that. If I swirl, it'll make gray. It'll mix with the wet black and it's not pretty. But you can lay the white on top. Let me show you. So I get my fingerprint. How come? My fingerprint is perfectly round. So I touch the white, poke. And then I just put 1 in the corner, boop. And maybe I could put 3, like a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what's the rule about butterflies? They have to match on both sides. So I put 1 in the corner and 1, 2. Now you do it. Did I swirl it around? No. I just poked. Poke. Remember, if you're at a different stage, then you'll catch up later, okay? And then I'm going to put 5 falling down the center. I stay on the black, though. We're using our fingerprint. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to make 5 fall down right here like they're on a roller coaster. I go 1, big space, 2, big space, 3, big space, 4, big space. Oh, that one is see-through. I'm going to do that one over. I was out of paint. I'll do it one more time. Okay, there. She wasn't white. I ran out of paint. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We wait until our black is dry, right?
Nope. You can do it right on top. As long as you don't swirl your finger, that'll make gray. But if you're just putting a poke on top, it rests on top of the paint. Now I'm going to put 5 falling down the other side because they have to match. It's a butterfly. 1, 2, 3, 4, big space, 5, 6, forgive myself. Now, how about down the side? I bet that'll take 8. I'm just guessing. I don't even know. Now, can I go down the out? Not on the inside. They don't have any in their belly. No on their belly, right? So I'm going to go on this side. And they're 2 fingers apart. And I go, what? Blank. Big space. Big. Oh, look at that bookie right there. Big space. Big space. Big space. Oh, let me turn the corner. Big space. Big space. Big space. Up. They're just falling, 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 falling. Ooh, the other side is jealous. The other side is mad. She didn't get any, so I'm going to poke my white paint. I had to stop a couple times and get paint because it wasn't lasting. Now I go on this side, nice space between them. Jump far, jump far, jump far. Boing, boing, ran out of paint. Boing, boing. Turn the corner, turn the corner, turn the corner, turn the corner. What if you're not at this part yet? You can come back to it later. No worries. You'll catch up with us because this is how time works. Okay, now I'm going to clean my finger, and look how fast that white dries, right? It turns to powder, huh? Now I'm going to get black. She needs a head. She needs a head. What about a fingerprint head? Nice and big. I get the black. And where does her head go? Right between the wings. Big circle. Ha! Lick it off. No. Use a paper towel. Okay, now I'm going to get black. Everybody pause and look up. Pause what you're doing and watch my, oh, I put the head, a nice big head in the middle. I'm going to put some antennas. Since this is paint, can I redo it? So I just want them short and curly. It's like a 6 or a G, and I just push my paint. So I get a poke of black, I touch your head, and I jump up and make a 6. Whee! 6. Or G. And then I poke my paint again, so it's nice and wet and slippery. I touch your head and go, whee! Okay, there. And I try to do it in one swirl. What if I scribble? No, scribbling. Push your paint. Whee! Whee! Just let it jump out and make us whee like that. Hey, what does my butterfly have that yours doesn't? What's in between all my dots? 2 more baby dots. Doesn't that look prettier? They look like diamonds, diamond sparkles. How am I going to do that? My finger's not that tiny. What if I use my teeny tiny paintbrush? Not this part, it's black. What if I use my stick? Won't that be like a miniature fingerprint? So I get my white paint. Watch me. I'm just going to get a poke on the end with the stick of my paintbrush. Jamie, look. Jamie. Stick of my paintbrush. Just, oops, there it is. I couldn't see it in the camera. The stick. And I touch my paint and I put 2 dots in between each one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like itty bitty fingerprints. Looks like diamonds. Can you do that with your white paint? With your stick? Not with the dirty part. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then once they're not round anymore, it means you're out of paint on the end. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so you know what this white does? Because whoever designed this butterfly knew the black was a little harsh, a little bit Halloweeny. Once we put the white on it and soften the black and tell black to calm down, it relaxes the black with little white dots. Just says that the black is nice for the contrast, but the little white dots calms it. And it's like, it's prettier with the dots.
I finished.
My dogs were barking. I just wanted to check on them. They're fine.
Finished.
Finished. What do you, okay. Now look at it. Remember how we felt halfway and we were like, oh, I don't know. Mine doesn't look like the ladies, right? Now when you look at yours, does it look like mine? No, it looks ish, right? It looks sort of. My letter A doesn't look like your letter A, but we both know it's the letter A. This is our personal style. How much paint we use, how hard we push with our paintbrush, and how hard we move the paint around is our personal style, right? So everybody should be a version of this, but not matching. And now, what about, ooh, remember I went, ooh, gross. I can't use any paintbrushes because my paintbrush is hard and black, but I can use my finger with my turquoise and fix those oopsie spots. Oopsie, oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. I can't touch the black until it was for sure dry, right? Because that'll just make a great color. And then when you put the lids on, you have to put the lid, or have to put the cup under the lid with your thumb. It's a trick. I think you guys did a really good job. It's very beautiful. And I liked how you guys slowly trusted yourself. Step after step, it made more and more sense to you because you have a human brain, and that's how your human brain works on Earth.
Yeah.
Good job. Look at your diamond sparkles around the edges. It's so pretty. Look at, better than we thought it would be. And now when you look at other people's paintings, you know, when you see a painting of a sunset or a sunrise and you see how the yellow turns to orange, turns to pink, now you know how they did it. Did they put blobs of the paint or did they gently blend them together where they touch, right? We learn that by doing. And now that you've done it, now when you look at other people's paintings, you'll be like, oh, I know how they did that. I mean, you don't know everything about painting, but you know how to blend. How they get two colors to disappear into each other. Good job. You guys did a great job.